Hello friends and welcome back for episode 3 of our Terraria 1.2 Let's Play. As you remember last time, we said our goal for today was going to be to try and expand our apartment building, or whatever we're calling it, upward, to try and accommodate another one or two NPCs. So I'm going to do that first thing. We're just going to get right into things. Like, there isn't really a whole lot else to do other than, just maybe condense our resources a little bit. As we're pretty much exactly where we left off last time. Not a whole lot has changed. I killed, like, a couple of eyeball things that were hanging out by my door. That was about it. Oh, you know what I always like to do? This helps me visualize what exactly I have in my inventory. I always like to stack the ingots at the bottom and then put the ore, or do it in reverse, actually, usually, because that way you see them convert up. And then it's a little bit quicker that time to realize what exactly you have in your inventory. So, first things first, we need to make a bunch of wood stuff. Let's do that. This crafting list has gotten extremely long. It seems like it would be necessary to... Oh, I don't want to make that kind of thing. It would be maybe necessary to, like, make this interface look a little different, wouldn't it? Which is... Yeah, we want a wooden platform. We need a bunch of those. Those are really handy. I use those all the time. They're great for traversing heights and depths and all kinds of things like that. We also want... We need just straight up just wood blocks. Yeah, I guess that is this one. Wait, wooden wall. That's the background. Well, we're going to need that as well, so no harm done. But we want that. What? What did I just make? Oh, I took blocks that I had and turned them into raw wood material again, I guess. Logan was slain. Oh, apparently our NPC guide man got stuck below, which is unfortunate for him. Alright, where is the stuff I'm actually looking for right now? Oh, I can just place it, can't I? Yeah, is a material can be placed. Okay. So, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I get caught up sometimes remembering things that didn't actually happen and thinking that it works differently than it does. So we'll cut another couple of holes through here. And repeat the same process. This is going to be a fairly boring structure as far as I know. But I'm kind of okay with that because it's uniform. It just gets the job done. It's functional. And, I have that German blood in me. I like form over function sometimes. Or, wait, the other way around. Function over form. Yeah. Alright, so let's do that. I believe this is, yep, the right amount of tiles tall. The NPCs aren't just going to show up, so don't feel bad if they don't do anything. We're going to have to go on a little bit of an expedition first before they'll do anything. And now we got to make some wood backgrounds to fill that out. Probably like 100... should do it. Oh, I went too far. I scrolled way too much. Okay, well, there we go. 80, that should do. Man, it's amazing how quickly you can blaze through all those resources. Alright, we'll just fill that out, and then we're going to also have to make a table and a chair and put some lights up here, and we should be good to go. Then when we leave on our expedition or start digging or whatever we're going to do, maybe if the night passes, someone will decide to move in. I think some of them are also triggered based on certain progress, like key points, and I don't want to risk, like, if I make that progress, that I won't actually unlock them, so I want to have, somewhere for them to live, if that's going to happen. And we put them right there and right there. Really bugs me when people don't build symmetrically. It's really unfortunate. My OCD acts up that badly. We could put, yeah, maybe some glass doors, or glass windows, rather. Maybe another time, though. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a chair and a tabla. There it is. Alright, now all the zombies are hanging out in front of my door. I'm going to spear them in a minute. And we'll just put those down. I could try and mix up putting the chair on one side and then the other, but, this way seems fine to me. Seems like the weight of the chair sort of offsets this nugget here. Alright, let's just push them all back. This spear has really fantastic knockback, which is a thing that I actually do value a whole bunch, because it means you can take on big chunks of enemies all at one time and not worry quite as much. Alright, there we go. And now we've just got the eyeballs to deal with. They're not all that bad. They just bounce around mostly. Sometimes they zoom in on you a little bit, but no biggie. That one dropped a lens, which is a key item for unlocking the first major boss fight. At least that's one of the ways to do it. That's the way to force it to happen. There's also ways that it'll just happen on its own. if I remember correctly. Alright, zombies. You guys are not so much of a match all of a sudden now that I've got this spear. I like that. That means I might actually stand a chance if I decide to do a little bit of cavern exploration, which I am about to do in just a moment. I'm trying to decide where I should make my point of entry here. Whether I want it to be from this side, or maybe I could go to that cavern below. I like when I can just sort of make a straight shot right back to my house without having to climb up too many things, so maybe I'll just go right over here, and we'll just start digging in, right? That's how we do. I mean, I could look for, like, a natural point to jump in from, but I kind of like doing it like this, too. You'll find something eventually. There's a lot of stuff straight down in every direction. There's basically zero chance that you'll be able to dig and not find a single thing. You know, it might look at, like, on the surface, it's just ground underneath. Nah. If you've seen one of the maps, like the big size map... Oh, and I also need to do... This is very important to do this right off the bat. Make a wooden platform across the top, otherwise you're going to have a bad time later. Probably, yeah, like all the way at the top, and now I'm just, like, doing this really poorly. I'm going to also just make some more wooden platforms, too, before I go any further in, because I know how this goes. I always run out. 44 sounds like a lot on the surface. It's not, though. We'll burn right through those in 5 minutes. Where are the wooden platforms? Would it be worth sorting these by different categories, I wonder? Maybe? Alright. We got a stack of 100 and then another 7, so seems good to me. And down we go. And of course I'm going to try and illuminate the way occasionally. I'm not really trying to make like a elevator. I know that's not really a thing anymore, but that was like the best way to get down to the lowest possible place. And for now, it's just going to be, you know, a well or like a pit or something like that. I'll just toss a... Yep, alright, one of those on the wall, and then we can see a little bit better the materials that are surrounding us. I was kind of hoping that maybe there would be, like, some ore or something, but, you know, we got to get down a ways before we start to see, you know, the big prevalence of any particular kind of ore. And might as well grab all of whatever it is. Alright, well, there's something. And Steve the guide has arrived. I guess that's our replacement guide, since our last guide met his unfortunate end at the hands of some sort of a zombie or something. I say unfortunate, but before I was sort of saying I was going to try and kill him anyway, so I guess not that upset. There's a nice little vein of lead over here. This is not bad. Could probably use that towards some, you know, better tools and equipment, maybe a better hammer. Because I don't want to get so far down and realize, hey, I don't have the proper hammer necessary to be able to break whatever crystal I need to get the jewel to get more health or something. I don't know what I'm talking about, but you know what I mean, hopefully, if you played any Terraria before. I'm going to have to put another platform, like, right here. I think that should be, yep, jumping distance. Try and keep these things fairly efficient. And fairly meticulous. As you could probably tell, my style from, you know, all the other Let's Plays I've done. Well, maybe this is a little bit less messy than some of them. I'm certainly trying to be a little bit more meticulous here. And I do want to learn from my mistakes, like I've said in the past. This is being recorded directly after the last episode, though, so I'm not able to really properly reflect on comments this time, but I will try and do that, like, every 2 or 3 episodes. I'll give it a little rest. You kind of have to do that if you do a lot of Let's Play series. Otherwise, you never, ever get a day off. And, like, I really don't take days off in general, but I like to even have, like, the chance of having, like, a half a day to just, like, play guitar or, like, dick around doing something else. Not that I don't love doing what I'm doing, I'm just saying, like, you gotta mix it up sometimes is all. A little bit of water down here. I was a little worried at first, thought maybe I had just dug my way into some sort of an aquifer. It doesn't appear to be the case, though. I could always try and, like, plug that up anyway. Well, and if I do decide to make a elevator later, maybe I've got a nice introductory point for that. This will be just digging our way down. I'm sure we'll hit some sort of a cross tunnel eventually. So I've definitely dug my way through a lot of subterranean, you know, crevasses and caverns in this game, and I've very rarely gone, you know, more than 5 or 10 minutes without eventually running into something pretty cool just by digging straight down. The map, like I said earlier, if you've ever seen one of those maps that are like just the cross-section of the entire Terraria world that you've spawned, they look like an ant colony. They are just completely riddled with places to go and things to see, and I can't even imagine now that we've added, you know, thousands of new things. I don't know why I'm not using shift again, by the way. Now that we've added thousands of new things, like, the odds of that not being the case are just silly. So, alright, there's... Oh, I saw a little flick of the fire going down, and I saw, well, some rocks anyway. What are we getting toward here? We gotta be coming close to something. Let's put another platform on the wall. See, and I can just sort of like hop right out of this. If I was to take one of the naturally occurring cavern formation. Okay, here's the one thing though. Now that I'm seeing there's actually nothing underneath me, I'm gonna have to not fall in. That's a problem. But if I was to take one of those naturally occurring cavern segments, the odds of me getting crisscrossed back and forth a million times, therefore eventually leading to me getting lost or, you know, losing my way back up or creating havoc by having so many enemies spawn behind me, those are all fairly common occurrences. And the one thing I want to do at one point to secure my position where I am is just, we'll drop another, like a full wall across of stuff like this, basically, just to make sure that I don't accidentally fall all the way. And if for whatever reason I do need to do that later, I can always just go and get rid of it. But for now, that will definitely help, I'd say. Alright, so what are we working with right now? We've got a pretty big empty cavern. I see what looks like a black slime down there. We'll just maybe cut through this right here, and then we could just put another wooden platform across. That way we can choose when we fall. Oh, I also put the torch right there, which is going to make that a little bit awkward. Oh, where did that water just come from? That was kind of random. Put this right there, and now I should be able to just fall safely onto that. Is there anything below us? Kind of hard to tell. Looks like some blocks, maybe, and that's about it. So, yeah, not really. Put another wooden platform. Oh, what did I just build? What's going on here? There's some hijinks going on. I'm, like, turning it into... Oh, that toggles it between being flush there or hanging there. Because it's a half block, I get it. Alright, well, I just wanted it to be straight across. So let's just put these back here. Then we can fall. And actually, what did I mean to do was to, I wanted to put it, oh, not like that, but whatever. Maybe it's not going to be attractive for the moment. Awkward angles. There we go. And then we actually don't even need this one. Gotta conserve your resources, right? And now I should be able to jump. No, it's still too high. Ugh. Whatever, I can just put one there. And we'll just get rid of that edge. Sorry. Alright, let's keep going. What's going on over here? Any materials? Doesn't look like it. Looking for maybe just a little chunk of silver or something would have been cool, but probably a little early to be worried about silver. Haven't even found copper yet. Why can I not hit the slime? Was it not? I just was not hitting it with the end of it. Whatever. So we'll just keep on digging, I guess. Might as well just keep going where we're at already. Shouldn't take all that long. Find another cross-section. I wanted to check on both sides of the wall, actually. No, it looks fairly solid on both sides, actually, for once. Can I still fill this in and have the water disappear? Oh, did I just see something moving? I might actually be fairly close to another cavern area as well. Unless it was just the shadows playing tricks on me, which oftentimes it is. Yeah, okay, I guess that's what it was. Put another torch. And another platform. There we go. How am I going to get out of here, by the way? I guess we'll just build a little wall of dirt. And then I should be able to just throw a platform on there. Like that. And now I can jump back up. Perfect. It's definitely a little bit ghetto, but, you know, it gets the job done. After I was just saying how I was going to be so fastidious and meticulous and all those big words. Shame on me! Alright, well... Watch, this will be the first time I decide to actually find a path that doesn't actually lead anywhere meaningful. No, it's impossible. Oh, there we go. We've already found it. And we'll go ahead and put another platform. Should be able to jump across. There we go. I never like to build myself into a corner. I always want to make sure that I'm able to get back out wherever I get myself in. Especially when it comes to water stuff. That's always a problem. Alright, let that drain out. And let me actually see a little bit down into there. I'm not sure if there's anything meaningful or useful yet, but we will see in just a moment. Let's just get rid of this. Probably not the one I'm standing on, right? Maybe we could just go like this. Or maybe just like that would probably work just fine. There we go. And get our torch back up. And anything over here? I see some pots, but what else? Copper coins. Pretty rocky outcropping over here. Does this lead anywhere? Nice thing about these little kind of small confines is it actually lets you see a little bit more accurately like what's going on in the internal workings of the landscape. Okay, and just in case there might be a vein that's like a little bit out of the way to discover, it's always worth just sort of like peeking your head in to check it out, just in case. Oh, Bunny found its way down. Sorry, Bunny. Nothing down here for you. You're gonna have a real bad day. And down we go further. Oh, look at this. There's actually backgrounds now in the caverns. That's cool. I mean, there were sort of before. They were just like pretty rough textures, and now there's actually like something going on. So I like that. Let's drop another torch. Break open this pot. Silver coin, copper coin. I guess we're going to get into the realm of making a little bit of money now anyway. I haven't really run into many enemies yet. That's kind of fortunate for me. Sure, that'll change soon, and we'll have skeletons and all kinds of nasty giant slimes splitting off, and yellow slimes and purple slimes and tiny little pink slimes. Got a luminous little jellyfish man down here. Kind of wondering if there's anything I could use him for. Alright, slowly we'll fall through the cobwebs, evidently. And can I make my way back up, though? Well, apparently jumping from water is not a good idea, so we're not going to be able to do that. What about if I do... No, it's still too high. Yep, might as well just break all those. And is this... It's actually like a ravine, right? So this is actually like water's... Oh, I broke it. Okay, well there was, you know, free-flowing water, which is kind of a cool thing to run into. And it actually helped the jellyfish find its way home, wherever that is. Now, what's going on over here? There's a little bit of something that looks mineable. Oh, the jellyfish attacks. I didn't know that. I thought he was mostly pretty cool. He just wanted to hang out. Yeah, alright. Well, if you're going to be like that... Oh, there's two of them. Or do they split like that? That could be that they're splitting. Oh! It had a glow stick. Brilliant. That's exactly what I needed, actually. And what did I find? Lead ore. 1 nugget of lead ore. That is not that useful to me. Oh, 6 glow sticks. Even better. Alright, let's toss one of these down into the water. See if there's anything worth exploring down here. It doesn't seem like it, actually. I don't really want to get myself into trouble, because I can't swim still. We're going to have to find some artifacts for that, and that's a thing that I'm hoping to cover it sooner than later, because I really want to not be able to, or want to actually be able to look around at some of these places that involve, you know, traversing water and stuff. So I guess we'll go old school, and we'll just use a chunk of dirt to get back out. Where do we want to head now, then? I guess we could go to the left. And then work our way continuously downward. And hopefully I will discover a magic mirror at some point, so that'll allow me to teleport back to my house. Although, actually, I have nothing to latch onto yet, because the magic mirror, I believe, requires a bed. I remember trying to cheese that for a while, where you were able to make a bed, like, somewhere underground, and then have the magic mirror send you there, I think. So then your spawn point was, like, somewhere else, and that would help you get down to wherever it was that you were exploring a little bit faster. So I guess we'll head, like, down and to the left slightly. Trust me, by the way, I'm not necessarily too keen on doing many episodes of, like, cutting through dirt blocks. As much as I am generally able to indefinitely keep talking over that somehow, I'm sure that's probably not the most interesting thing for you guys, but it does make finding stuff more interesting, though. You know, you punctuate like an hour of little progression with one big move, and all of a sudden everything seems way more interesting, but that's not really what I'm after. I think we should probably have the entertainment portions more equally distributed, don't you agree? So what am I going to do about that? Well, maybe I will try and look for a better path down later on and see if we can maybe find our way through in a more useful way. I think I'm just getting a little bit unlucky, to be honest. This is not usually a problem. For the most part, just digging through stuff. Usually, you know, 4 or 5 minutes, find a big, sprawling cavern. So, just unlucky. Haven't even found really much in the way of minerals, right? Just a whole pile of rocks. Maybe I'm not deep enough, and maybe the naturally occurring stuff just doesn't really happen much anymore. I don't know how the build generation works anymore. Excuse me, I used to have a pretty good idea, but I don't feel so comfortable saying that anymore. I am very glad that I bought this better pickaxe, though. That is the one thing that I'm absolutely 100% glad to have on this journey, because without it, we would have taken double, probably, the time to get to where we are right now. And it looks like a yellow slime is now making its way to the mouth of this cave that I've created. Alright, so I guess we're going to spear him before he gets in my way. Spear, 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 spear. I'm very glad I found the spear as well. I think this spear is going to make traveling a lot easier, since at the beginning you really don't have much. It's really just, you know, a crappy sword, some basic armor. I mean, this wood armor is like garbage. But, you know, it'll get the job done with the spear, I think. I have 93, 95 health. Yeah, that's not great either. Hoping we'll find some treasure chests and artifacts pretty soon. And we will get things going. So, long-term, what do we want to do long-term? We want to get all of our NPCs discovered. We want to get all of our, you know, armor upgraded. Before I try to challenge any bosses, I probably want to have, like, I don't know, iron armor at least. That's probably even being a little conservative. Oh, I see we can break through over here. What's going on the other side? I don't actually remember what the armor tiers are anymore, so I may actually have to look at the Terraria wiki or whatever we've got going on and see about that. I guess you can feel free to, like, let me know about some of the stuff that's directly relevant, but you don't need to necessarily throw, like, all the spoilers in, because I'll probably remember or find out about this stuff anyway. So I don't want you to, like, have to make all the comments be about, like, hey, Nick, you could have done this, you could have done that. Because I'll get to a lot of that stuff when I get to it. It's not like I'm trying to purposely neglect anything, but I also want to kind of play at my own pace a little bit. And hopefully you guys are cool with that. And after a few episodes of setup and, you know, getting things going, you know, going over the basics of how we're traversing and how we're unlocking things and, you know, the thrust of, like, where we're going in terms of the scope of the game, once we get all that stuff laid down as the groundwork, you know, we'll talk about whatever. It doesn't always have to be directly relevant to Terraria, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for everybody. Feel free to sound off on that. Hopefully it's a good thing, because that's a thing that people have expressed interest in and in the way that I do my commentary style in the past. So if that is still the case, then we will head in that direction. Okay, we got a whole bunch of red slimes here. Not that big of a deal. Just keep shoving them backwards, and I could probably put down a torch. There we go. And they can all float on top of the water, if I remember correctly, so let them do their worst. They'll just keep bobbing right back up into the spear. Oh, free heart. That's not the good kind of heart, that's just the quick health replenishment kind of heart. Oh, there's a little cache of something. Probably lead, right? Yeah, lead. So it looks like lead has become a major tier now, and well, I mean, it wasn't even anything before, but now it seems like it actually is a, you know, pretty large factor in your progression. So again, I might have to go ahead and look at some of that stuff, get it refreshed in my memory, and updated now that there's all this new information. Falling down there seems like a very poor idea. What do I have for it? Let's toss a glow stick down there and see what that does. Yeah, alright, that looks, well, it looks traversable, but it looks annoying. Is there a better way to get through this? Possibly. And was that... Oh, what's going on over there? Nothing. Okay. I thought I saw some more lead through this way, so I just want to go double check on that. I think there might be a little vein of it down in the bottom left. Relatively speaking, of course, from where I'm standing, so I'll head in that general direction. I was hoping maybe to see some more NPCs move in by now, or at least, one, because I made one room, right? But I think that's probably not going to happen just yet. I might have also built the room wrong, so feel free to let me know if I did that, and I will correct as soon as I see your comment. Again, I will be recording somewhat in advance, so if I don't get to the comment right away, trust me, I've read it. I read all my comments, especially, on new stuff. But occasionally YouTube neglects to let me know that something's going on comment-wise, and sometimes I miss them when they're an older series and someone just goes back to something after it being dormant for a long time. There's not really any real way for me to check 1,300-something videos or whatever I have now. On a daily basis, so it's kind of at the whim and the will of YouTube to let me know when stuff's going on. But I do browse my most recent videos pretty much on the daily for new comments, aside from just the ones that get notified into my inbox. I don't always read my inbox, but I do see usually when there's a new message or anything after a few days. So, if anyone was wondering, I definitely do try to keep up on social media stuff in every way that I can. It's kind of pretty important to interface with you guys, because you are the reason that I am doing what I'm doing right now. So, I do get that, and I do appreciate what you're doing. As far as comments, what just happened with that glow stick? It just went right through the ground. I've created a pretty awkward situation here for me to leave, haven't I? I guess I could just do this, right? And we'll just hop over here. I'm thinking we're going to head back for the night, because we've gotten pretty deep now, and haven't found a ton of stuff, but we did find some lead anyway. Oh, and there's some right here that I think I just... Wait, is there? I thought I just saw something sparkling. Oh, it was probably just a bubble. Alright, so we're going to make our way back up then, and we need to somehow cross this. Let's build a little ledge off of here. I do also like to make it relatively safe to get back down each time, so, as many things that I can do to make the process shorter next time, I usually try to do that right away. I don't even know if it's day or night right now, but we will figure it out pretty soon. Whoa, oh, it's raining. I was like, what is that, a laser beam? You're shooting me with lasers now from above. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, the Magician Man moved in. Alright. I guess next time I will have to build another one. Oh, what is this? I can't open the door because I'm standing in the way, isn't that right? And there's an anvil on the other side, so I can't do anything about it in that respect. I forgot, what do you sell again, Lewis? Was that a Doctor Who reference? Oh, he sells rope. That's kind of handy. He sells the piggy bank, which was a gold. I don't quite have a gold yet. He sells glow sticks, which are very useful to have. A mining helmet to get some light. I don't actually have any helmet on right now. Torches, so I don't have to bother with making resources. This is a, generally a pretty good, useful guy to have around. Is he actually just a general vendor? Yeah, he's not really selling specifically magic-oriented items, is he? So, I guess we'll wrap up the end of the episode then. I will go ahead and do some inventory management off camera, as I often will do. And next time when we pick up, we will add a little bit more onto the house again, and then we will go probably doing a little bit more exploring, looking for a more useful way to get down into the ground. A little quicker way anyway. And that'll probably pretty much be it for the next episode. We're keeping them roughly around like 20 minutes to a half an hour, so there's only so much you can get done. Not that I necessarily have to go back to the house at the end of every single one of them. There will be a point where that is going to become a little bit silly to do, but then again, by that point I might end up getting a magic mirror, and then it'll sort of negate the need to worry about traveling back, so it's really all about forward momentum. But that is going to do it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out again. As always, feel free to leave any comments. Let me know what you'd like to see in future episodes. I will read it, of course, like I was just saying. And let me know anything that I've made, horrible mistakes on in a polite manner, if possible. I do appreciate, courteous behavior in the comments when you can. And, of course, any support that you'd like to leave for the series also means a ton to me and lets me know that you'd like the series to continue, like I said earlier. So, yep, do what you're going to do. I'm going to keep making more Terraria for a little while anyway. I'm not sure to what degree I plan on making, like, the scope of this Let's Play, but it's going to have a lot to do with, I think, probably, how many people want to keep watching it. if people are still interested, or if people get pulled onto other series or whatever, we'll adapt as we go. But I do want to see as much as possible on camera, so that'll do it. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I will catch you next time. Later.